there was obviously a boost to the local economy. There's been various reports about local merchants being introduced, and they're anxiously awaiting for those jobs to come back, or at least some of those jobs to come back to boost the local economy. We have had continuous input from the community. The local papers, and here's one right now, have wrote several stories pertaining to local constituents wanting for this facility to open, and mostly because of jobs.
And last time, some of the people that were being held in the correctional center were people who had reentries. And so obviously right now with zero tolerance, the people who are being prosecuted are people for entry charges and for illegal reentry charges. Can you comment on how many of the people that, nationally there's a conversation about them and whose kids are being taken away from them, are they going to be put in this center?
No, I can't comment on that because I don't know. I really don't know what.
So you don't know who's going to be put in the center?
No, I do not. I sure do not.
So on June 30th, there was all these mass mobilizations against family separations, and obviously there's a lot of conversations about what's happening here at the border. Do you see the action steps that this county took as in disconnect in any kind of way with what's happening nationally? The conversation on family separations, and there's counties who are taking out their people from the contracts with ICE. You don't see that as a disconnect?
No, I don't. And I can tell you that, including myself and the commissioners, we're in no way agreeing to have those type of situations anywhere in the country, not only here.
What do you mean by those type of situations?
Well, those situations that are reported, you just mentioned about children being separated from their
But
parents.
potentially people who would be prosecuted for, that was the case before. The people who were being detained in the correction center were people who had federal reentry charges. And those are some of the people who are being separated from their children.
Okay, so what's the question?
So you don't see any disconnect between that?
No, I can tell you that I don't agree with what ICE is doing as far as that issue goes, and I don't think nobody does, as far as I know.
But your county would be profiting in some way from it?
If you think so, then it's up to you to decide that. I don't think so. I don't think we're gonna profit from that.
Do the Willacy County sheriffs collaborate with ICE and local border patrol?
As far as I know, yes.
So do you have any concerns that there might be a monetary incentive? Because you said that depending on how many beds are filled, that's where the money would be coming from. So is there any concern that there's going to be a monetary incentive to fill more and more of those beds?
Is there gonna? I wouldn't be able to tell you. I really don't know whether or not there'll be. It's strictly up to.
I think the idea is that if someone's arrested in the community who's undocumented and then taken to the county jail and they have an ICE detainer and then they get put over in this new facility, then it actually financially the county benefits from the end step of that process. So could it incentivize the county to make more discretionary arrests?
I wouldn't know how that worked, to be honest with you. Maybe that's a question to ask the sheriff as to.
But that's how it would work, right? Because if you get money from each bed that's filled up, isn't that what you said earlier?
Which facility are you talking about?
This facility, the Willacy County Correctional.
The one we're trying to
Yes,
get a contract
the one you're trying to open.
Yes, that's what it's based on, yes.
Does the county potentially face liability if something?
I think that all counties have liabilities in one way or another with different areas of business. Obviously, our responsibility as me as an administrator and the commissioners is to try and minimize that liability, not only in this situation, but in any situation, whether it's vehicles on the road, the county's vehicle on the road, whether it's employees, the sheriff's department, law enforcement, we do carry liability.
What steps did the county take to make sure that its residents knew that this intergovernment agreement was under consideration? What was the usual process for informing residents that this was happening, or that this was being considered?
As we do with anything else, it's on the agenda. It's been here.
Is the agenda posted online?
Yeah.
Was this agenda posted online, the one for today's meeting?
Yeah. Yeah, we don't try and hide anything from the public. Unlike what the emails I'm getting from.
As of yesterday, that one was not online. I was told it was because of IT difficulties, but as of yesterday, at least, this one was not.
And I'm not aware of that.
How confident Do you feel that under MTC's watch, there won't be any more new allegations of abuse or deaths? Do you feel confident that that's not going to happen this time around?
I feel just as confident as I do of all the facilities that are throughout the country. That's how I would word it.